I was in Ahmedabad. A group of youngsters were roaming around, and we saw a play car. It's just a big Audi saying that's tight for five-star hotel. That's gate. And we said, what is the need of a five-star hotel in a fantastic horticultural garden? Very frankly, if you want to imbibe something, अगर आप एक बिल्कुल एक अलग सा एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग एक समझ देना हो बच्चों को ही दे सकते हैं। एक उम्र के बाद शायद हम उसको ठीक से लेते नहीं। अगर कुछ करना तो बच्चों के साथ करना चाहिए। अगर दुनिया बदलना चाहते हो या कुछ चेंज लाना चाहते हो, डेफिनेटली यू शुड बी विद द चिल्ड्रन। मेरा जन्मभूमि केरला है, लेकिन मेरा कर्मभूमि जो है वो गुजरात है। दैट वाज द टाइम आई रियलाइज यस यू शुड नॉट रिमेन एट वन प्लेस। आपको चलना चाहिए, आपको दूर दूर जाना चाहिए। जितना दूर जाओगे तो कुछ और कुछ ना दिखते। वो फियरलेसनेस धीरे धीरे खत्म करते हैं अपना एजुकेशन टीचर्स। सो आई एम कैन में अगेंस्ट द फिबोक्रेसी। रिसेंटली हमारा आमला में इतने सारे आमला मोर देन 60-70 किलोज फ्रॉम जस्ट वन। हम कंसिडर करेंगे क्या? तो जितने भी आसपास के लोग सबको बुला के दे दिए, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ देम मेड समथिंग आउट ऑफ इट और सैंपल हमको खिलाया। देखो हमने आमला का ये आपका आमले से क्लाइमेट चेंज इज एक्चुअली हैपनिंग। सच बात कहो कि 25 या 30 साल पहले मेरा टीचर ने बोला था कि while sitting in the mountain in Himalaya, he said, but you all know that there is something called global warming is happening. So obviously, what is it? We said because of this global warming, the glaciers will melt and this will create havoc in the place. So curious, I said, कब होगा? मतलब 25-30 साल तो लगेगा, लेकिन होगा. So as an ignorant and personalized boy, I said, अच्छा 25-30 साल के बाद what it? तब I believe me, I am experiencing it now. It is happening. My frequent visit to Himalaya and also to Ladakh, it really tells me that yes, it is happening and this is going to be very serious. मैं कहता हूँ कि हमारे जनरेशन ने गलतियाँ की हैं और इस वजह से पोल्यूशन है, इस वजह से इस तरह का इश्यूज है। लेकिन आजकल के जो बच्चे शायद ज़्यादा जागरूक हैं, लोग आम जानकारी से ज़्यादा जानते हैं। ओनली थिंग वो नॉलेज, दैट माहिती, दैट इंफॉर्मेशन, whether they can convert into their own actions, that's a big question. I read somewhere, I don't know who said it, I believe in God, but I spell it N-A-T-U-R-E, natural.
सोसाइटी में जब एक चेंज की शुरुआत करनी हो तो सबसे पहले बच्चों से करते हैं। चिल्ड्रन आर द फ्यूचर ऑफ आवर सोसाइटी। The way we bring them up will determine the future of our society. Today we talk a lot about climate change and climate crisis, and it is very important that our children also get aware about the climate scenario that is happening these days. आज के जो हमारे गेस्ट हैं, मिस्टर मधु मेनन Ahmedabad se, is an environmentalist, a communicator, and is somebody who works towards bringing children near to the nature. He is the managing director of Anala in Ahmedabad. Anala stands for Ahmedabad Nature Lovers Association. Since my childhood, I've always been curious to know more about this foundation, and today is an opportunity where we are going to talk about not just Anala, but all the work that Mr. Madhu Menon has doing towards making our society a better place in the times of climate crisis. Without waiting too much, चलिए उनसे बातें करते हैं। Namaste Madhu ji. Thank you for being on our podcast Vichar White. And I'm very excited to dive into this conversation with you. First of all, very warm welcome.
So nice of you, namaste. It was nice to see you after a long time, at least on a screen. Yeah.
Yes. So I've known Madhuji from an environmentalist group in Ahmedabad, and I'm extremely amazed by his activities that we will discuss in the course of our podcast. Let me start with why I look up to you. First of all, as a kid in Ahmedabad, when we were studying, there was always this institute called Anala. We were एडवर्टीजमेंट आते कि जब वेकेशन होता था और मेरे क्लास में जो बच्चे पढ़ते थे उसमें से बहुत सारे ऐसे बोलते थे कि अरे अनाला से हम ट्रैकिंग में जा रहे हैं, कभी बोलते थे आबू जा रहे हैं, कभी बोलते थे मनाली जा रहे हैं. So when I childhood as we listening to this word Anala and the amazing trips that Anala used to do with children of all age group. तब उतना नहीं पता होता था कि क्या एनवायरनमेंट है, क्या इश्यूज है एंड व्हाई इट इज बीइंग डन. तो आज कर रहे हैं अनाला में. तो तेरे जब बड़ी हुई तब हम इतनी बॉम्ब्स में आपसे मिले, तब जाके पता चला कि अरे अनाला के पीछे जो इंसान है, इस अनाला की सोच जहाँ से जन्मी है वो आप है मधु जी. तो तब से मेरी एक इच्छा की कि हम आपके साथ एक एपिसोड करें. सो आई विल नॉट टॉक नाउ अ लॉट एंड आई विल लेट यू स्पीक. लेट्स डाइव इनटू अनाला एंड अनाला का जन्म कैसे हुआ एंड व्हाट डज अनाला स्टैंड फॉर.
So interesting. जब अनाला फॉर्म हुआ या किया तब तो वेरी फ्रैंकली मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं कोई ऐसा पूछेंगे, तो वो तो हो गया था. नाउ सो इंटरेस्टिंग, अभी पिछले शायद 10 साल से मैं ये जवाब देते रहता हूँ कि आपने क्यों किया, मतलब कैसे किया अनाला. सो इन शॉर्ट इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. वी ऑल वर अ स्मॉल ग्रुप ऑफ यंगस्टर्स. जैसे मैं मजाक में कहता हूँ, once upon a time even I was a child. I was a young boy and I was in Ahmedabad. A group of youngsters were roaming around and we saw a play car. It's just a big Audi thing that's tight for 5-star hotel. That's great. And we said, what is the need of a 5-star hotel in their fantastic horticultural garden? It's meant for horticulture experiments and all, full of trees and shrubs. And so we just started discussion. Okay, no, this is not the space for a 5-star hotel. It should remain as it is. So next day morning, we made placards and said, go back 5-star hotel. यहाँ पे नहीं होना चाहिए कहीं. And we were around 11 of us. We sat down on the roadside with the placard saying, no to this project. And next day it came in the local newspaper. Somebody noticed it. Someone clicked a photo. And there was a news that youngsters don't want 5-star hotel in a garden. Something like Gujarati mein kaha. So, and people came in search of us. And we responded to it saying that no, this kind of a luxury hotel need not be here in an horticultural garden. There are enough space in our city that's on the bar. But one of them, he was a scientist from ISRO, Siddharth. He isolated me and said, Madhu, please come. I want to know why you object to such a problem. It's part of the development. We need what. I said, no, there are many trees. If the project comes here, many trees will be cut down. And that will be a disaster thing for a city like Ahmedabad. And his question was, how many trees? I said, many trees. He said, no. You have to tell me how many trees. I said, I don't have any idea. And then you should go and count and tell me how many trees, how many flowering plants, and also look around and say how many birds are there, how many butterflies are visiting this space. I said, yeah, it's a good idea. So I brought in my friends and said, let's do it. And within 2-3 days, we came out within short. We came out with a list of trees, grown up, small trees that are flowering, and the particular which we could identify like number of birds with names and all, and gave to the scientists. This is it. I said, let's see. And believe me, within 2-3 days, he created a memorandum, a kind of a document which says that this place has this many trees, and some of them are very rare trees, and there are so many flowering plants, and which attracts so many butterflies. And he get that number of butterflies noted by the youngsters, and he says, no, the place for a 5-star hotel. If possible, please cancel the project. This was submitted to the municipal commissioner, and I don't recollect the name of the person, but maybe he was a very sensitive and sensible guy, and he said, accepted that. He said, no, there's something. And that figured a kind of, yes, we can do it. This is the actual starting of ANALA. And ANALA stands for Ahmedabad Natural Lovers Association. Let's see, full form of it. And after the success of this campaign, we formed this. And with also, we said, okay, let's form a group now. This is interesting. People listen to it. So we said, what is the common thing among us? We said that we all are Ahmedabadis, and we all are natural lovers. And this was the time all of us were 18, 19, I being 20 something, just 20,
Okay.
where we had the great feeling we can change
We can change the world.
the world. Exactly. So influenced by Omar Khayyam kind of poet saying that if you need, ये पूरा दुनिया जो खराब है इसको तोड़ डालो और नए बना दो, मगर why not? ये ताकत तुम्हारे हाथ में है. And that was the kind of thing, and we said yes, we are an association which will resist any kind of encroachment into common place, and we'll also take care of tree. So we created Ahmedabad Natural Lovers Association, and I knew a little bit of Sanskrit, so this was not sounding very nice in LA Anla. And I realized that they said, where is Sanskrit is called Anal? Anal, it means chingari, spark. So we all wanted to be a spark, So that's the background of the organization we found, because we shifted and we today's Anala is totally different, 30 plus years of traveling. It is long journey.
Right. But thank you first of all अनाला की बैक स्टोरी को समझाने के लिए. वैसे भी बोलते हैं ना, एक चेंज लाने की ये चिंगारी भी काफी है. But sir, there are so many travel hiking groups in India जो mountains में लेके जा रहे हैं. Somewhere they also spread this awareness. But Anala is not like that. Anala is specifically for the children. And why is it?
The very basic understanding and professional level is that it's a cliche to say that cats the main, that's fine. But very frankly, if you want to imbibe something, अगर आपको एक बिल्कुल एक अलग सा एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग, एक समझ देना हो, बच्चों को ही दे सकते हैं. एक उम्र के बाद शायद हम उसको ठीक से लेते नहीं. तो मेरा खुद का एग्जाम्पल से ही मैं कर रहा हूँ कि जो आप 10 से 14 साल में जो सीख सकते हैं या एक्सपोजर आपको मिलता है, दैट्स द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट लर्निंग. इसलिए सच बोलूँ रश्मिता, मुझे बहुत रेस्पेक्ट जो प्राइमरी स्कूल टीचर्स के लिए, क्योंकि दैट इज समथिंग दैट्स द टाइम you look up, no, मेरी टीचर है, इस माय मास्टर है, माय टीचर है, and whatever they say is fine, right? तो मुझे भी ये ख्याल था कि मतलब कि अगर कुछ करना तो बच्चों के साथ करना चाहिए. अगर दुनिया बदलना चाहते हो या कुछ चेंज लाना चाहते हो, डेफिनेटली यू शुड बी विद द चिल्ड्रन, बिकॉज दे को केयर. एक लेवल के बाद कुछ नहीं. सो वी ट्राई टू कॉन्सेंट्रेट एंड पुट आवर एफर्ट्स ऑन चिल्ड्रन. डेफिनेटली बस द एज ग्रुप, स्पेशली जैसे मैंने बताया था 11 साल से 15 साल जो बच्चे हैं, वो दे आर डिफरेंट. दैट्स द टाइम यू कैन imbibe.
Right. आपने बच्चों की बात की and you said you were in your 20s when you started with Anala. How were you ever child? You are not born in Ahmedabad for sure. I know. Your mother sir comes from Kerala but has made Ahmedabad his home. Tell us about your childhood. Were you also this naughty, this curious? How were you as a child?
Of course. जैसे आपने ठीक से बोला कि मैं देखो अभी आज मैं कंसिडर करता हूँ मेरा जन्मभूमि केरला है, लेकिन मेरा कर्मभूमि जो है वो गुजरात है. क्योंकि मैं ये बहुत छोटा था, मतलब 14 साल का था तब मैं अहमदाबाद आया. तो 14 साल में केरला में रहा हूँ, और आपको सुनने में मजा भी आ गया, क्योंकि जैसे मैंने बताया कि आई हैड माई ओन रिवर, मेरा खुद की नदी. हाँ, जैसे खुद की बोला, दैट इज द काइंड ऑफ ओनरशिप एंड टेली, नो. घर से आप 15 कदम आगे जाओगे तो you can dive into a river, because our ancestor property had the border with a wonderful river called Chalakudi, which has a beautiful waterfall. हजारों लोग वो देखने के लिए आते हैं. So as a child I had the liberty to dive into this river and spend hours आराम से, मतलब जैसे just finally मतलब मम्मी का आवाज़ आना चाहिए कि चलो बहुत हो गया, आ जाओ, 4 घंटे से बाहर है. तो वो था साथ साथ, और आसपास में इतने सारे ट्रीज और अलग अलग टाइप के और इतने सारे बर्ड्स, ये माहौल ही कुछ अलग था. फाइनली मुझे ये सब छोड़ना पड़ा जब द फैमिली शिफ्टेड टू अहमदाबाद बिकॉज ऑफ वेरियस रीजंस. It was a kind of shock क्योंकि कहाँ पे आ गए हम ये सब छोड़ के. And of course, I worked into like my education. I did my science from Bharatiya Vidya Bhavans, also got into postgraduate and everything. But somewhere, what this gap, once I finished my graduation, and I was seeing what I'm destined to do, कि क्या करना चाहिए. कि then I got a wonderful chance. My first job that also someone introduced me like तुझे वहीं जाना चाहिए. That was with WWF. It's not the World Wrestling, no, because the Wild Fund for Natural India. That's the new name. Earlier it was called Wildlife Fund. It was an international organization having a chapter office in Ahmedabad. And I was asked to, elected to be the coordinator of the North Gujarat branch. And this gave me a wonderful opportunity to listen to David Attenborough, the kind of movies he used to make. My job was to create awareness among children about nature and wildlife. So along with my friend Sanjay Banerjee, who was also a close associate, and till now we talk almost every day, which I'm talking about almost 40 years back. And he's a reptile enthusiast. He's okay with identifying snakes and also understanding the. And another person was Himanshu Joshi, who's a poet, he's a writer, and a kind of local guy who introduced me to Gujarati. बहुत फ्रेंडली, अगर गलतियाँ करते तो बोला नहीं, it's okay, तू ऐसा कर. So if I talk Gujarati fluently and I write Gujarati, the credit goes to Himanshu, who allowed me to make mistakes. Okay, yeah. So this is the way we grew up. This is the idea behind it. And WWF gave me and gave all of us a chance to camp. So our first camping was in a place called Hingolgat, that is now part of the Rajkot district. And there was a sanctuary which is called Hingolgat Natural Education Sanctuary, the only sanctuary in the country which is declared for natural education. It is not in the name of any animal or any reptile. No. It is created for natural education. And our common teacher was late Sri Laukumar Kachar, who was also a local from Jestem, which is the closest town at Hingolgat. So this is the chance I got to get into, get back. See, what I'm trying to say that the childhood experience was there already, and there was a gap, and I got a sudden chance to be back with the elements. That really changed.
Yeah, it is what you were destined to do.
Must be.
You just talked about your childhood and you're still at Anala. Were you also a travel enthusiast who loved to travel in your childhood? Was there any kind of a wanderlust in you since the beginning?
IT is a kind of instinct because as a child, my school was more than 6 kilometers away from my home college. So every day it was 6 kilometers walking through few villages and coming back. So you start at early morning around 8:30 and you reach there by 10 o'clock. And after leaving for the school for a probably week back by 5:36. So this is the kind of exposure, the changing patterns. Like even the community changed. You walk off a kilometer or two, you suddenly realize the people are different. The villages are different from my village. And you cross over to another field and so the kind of crops they are cultivating is so different from what my parents were cultivating. And changes in the cultural and the language and all, and you reach to a school where it is common for all of us. This is something very interesting because, that was the time I realized, yes, you should not remain at one place. आपको चलना चाहिए, आपको दूर दूर जाना चाहिए. जितना दूर जाओगे तो कुछ और कुछ नया दिखता है. And going out of your own village to another village itself was an experience. Family respect, it was a very different experience. Meeting different culture, different people and believe in different religions. So I think I got introduced to diversity, not only of the natural thing, also people from different diverse cultures. I think this was something one of my teachers said that you should not remain at a well. No, this again translates saying something Kubamantua. You should not remain at a well. you should be able to jump out. Then you like, oh, your world is not just the world, it's much, much bigger. But this happened with me. I came out of my village and realized there's much more. And I think that must have influenced me, knowingly and unknowingly. Go, keep walk. And you know what it's like तो अभी recently मैं लिखने में यूज़ करता हूँ कि I've been walking through the less walked paths and all. But वो सब सोच समझ के नहीं किया. But I always prefer, अगर आपने दो जगह, एक जगह से दो जा रहे हैं, एक जगह मुझे पता है कि वो वहीं पहुँच रहा है, ये पता नहीं कहाँ पे पहुँच रहा है, तो I always prefer to take that place कि वो ये कहाँ जा रहा है. वो तो मुझे पता है, पूरे से जाओगे तो आप अपने स्कूल पहुँचोगे या मंदिर पहुँचो. तो मैं यहाँ से चैल में ट्राई करता था कि ये रास्ता कहाँ पे जाते हैं.
पर सर फिर खो जाने का डर नहीं लगता?
देखो, कुछ टाइम पे डर नहीं होता, डर तो डाला हुआ. We all are born without fears. तो नहीं, उस टाइम में नहीं था ना. आप the same thing I may not do. See, with frankly getting into a flowing river which is must be flowing at a speed of around 60 km per hour or something, but you have the confidence that इतना दूर से तुम जंप कर दोगे तो यहाँ पे आप पहुँच सकते हैं. That is something you can't explain. और fearlessness धीरे धीरे खत्म करते हैं अपने एजुकेशन. टीचर्स, पेरेंट्स से शुरू होता है कि नहीं, ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, वैसा नहीं करना चाहिए. जो हम कर सकते उसका आधा भी हम कर नहीं पा. कि जो डराने की जो बात है, डराते हैं पेरेंट्स से लेकर टीचर्स से लेकर पूरा पड़ोसी भी डराते रहते हैं, तुम मत करो, ऐसा करो, बोलने वाले बहुत कम लोग. So I try to do that with my children. कितनी करने देखा जाएगा. But only with the cap, we are very careful. Please, पहले देख लेते हैं. जो हम करने से पहले we check that the tools use that properly. Even if you want to do something, you won't be able to. You will be taken care of. ये अभी अनाला का जो है, हम सेफ्टी तो बहुत ध्यान रखते हैं, लेकिन वो हिम्मत शायद उसमें से मिला था. Without any safety equipment, we had the opportunity to cliff jump and to reach maybe a kilometer away somewhere, floating in the river. The same way you can play with the waves in the ocean. But okay man, अभी मैं करवा नहीं सकता हूँ बच्चों को क्योंकि सेफ्टी के बिना.
ये जब किसी और के बच्चे होते हैं तो यू आर मोर केयरफुल.
And it is a kind of an institution which need to take care of all safety measures. And as you rightly said, you are I don't want to use the word handling, but you are handling someone else's child. Even handling my own child, I need to be careful because I'm not the single parent. My wife definitely kick anything as a month.
We're talking a lot about the love for nature and the whole story of Anala. I would also like to mention that you are also a huge advocate for the same Middle-Eastern activism legend. You yourself are walk meter for. ऐसा नहीं रहे कि आप सिर्फ स्पीच करते हैं. Can you take us through your life journey जो आप सस्टेनेबिलिटी घर में प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, तो आपकी वो क्या मायना रखती है and how do you do it in everyday life?
It is easy. In fact, it's a convention. As you correctly said, walking the talk is not easy, but it is possible. It's quite possible. The only thing is that you talk, which are practical, which can be doable things, and practicing the same thing is a kind of moral value. Okay. So I will not say something to even a child which I won't be able to do or which I'm not been doing. मैं कभी नहीं किया और कभी मैं करना नहीं चाहता हूँ, अच्छे चीज़ से मैं कभी किसी को एडवाइस भी नहीं करता. That's a philosophy and it's a kind of नहीं करना चाहिए. आप कोई करते होंगे, but I say that yes, मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ चीज़ें दूसरे से करवाना मुश्किल है. So I jump fast, then I allow someone else to take it. It's okay, you can jump. That time. दूसरी बात ऐसा है कि if you are talking about living in a big city like Ahmedabad, still we can do smaller things. Or frankly, you can do only smaller things. Don't even expect. That's what I learned. No, शुरू में मैंने बताया कि पूरा आप बदल सकते हैं, कर सकते. I learned that it's not possible. The only possibility is that I can change. So I started practicing that. मैं जो कर रहा हूँ उसमें ध्यान रहा. छोटी सी बात है. Again, I was working with him in States. One of my close associates, he said, Madhu, you talk a lot about air pollution and how you should avoid it, and you should, keep the place clean. But you smoke. I used to smoke. I just was thinking, it is a bad thing. You are polluting the air, and you are giving a wrong idea to others. I said, yes, you said something. And believe me, I just, put off a cigarette and I say, not. Thank you so much, dear. And believe me, after that, my colleague cigarette behind me. No, so that's why, and he was more than 10 years in it, and still we are working together. Okay. आप टेल मी, his name is Sheetan. बोलता कि नहीं सर, आप ऐसा मत बोलो। नहीं, तूने तो बोला कि ये आप गलत कर रहे हो। आप बोलते हैं कुछ और करते हैं कुछ। And it was so kind of taking it, बात तो सही था। And I got convinced and they said कि नहीं, देख ले this last one. I did. And I'm still feeling it so great. यार ऐसा कर सकते हो, छोड़ सकते हो, ऐसी कुछ बात नहीं। And that's it. He's a small, he was a boy to me at that time. 10 साल मैंने से छोटा, मतलब तो उसने जो बोला था तो मैंने सुना। So I learned that from him saying that नहीं, ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि तुम बोलते हो कुछ और करते कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए। Hypocrisy practice नहीं करना चाहिए। So I'm damn against hypocrisy. अगर नहीं कर सकते बोलो, admit करो कि नहीं, sorry, मैं खुद ऐसा हूँ। So you need to be yourself with that kind of values. नहीं तो बच्चों के साथ नहीं काम कर सकते। They look up to you and they can judge you. है नहीं? मैं अभी मेरे वॉलंटियर्स को बोलता हूँ, take the moment आपको सर बुलाते हैं या मैडम बुलाते हैं तो आपको लायक बनना पड़ेगा। लायक बनना is so important. लायक बन नहीं सकते तो आप पढ़ो मत।
I also would like to get into your grin thumb tone that you have created at younger in the fun.
Yes, a small spat.
It's all organic and it's all made. जो खा जाती है वो homemade compost से है and yeah, so थोड़ा if you can tell us about it. कब से ये जर्नी शुरू हुई और कितने vegetable fruits आप उगा लेते हो?
Got an idea like when I created my own farm space. तो typically जो मदद करने वाले तो कि नहीं कि इतना एरिया में आप लॉन बना दो, उसमें आपका झूला कर दो और इसमें ऐसा कर लो तो तक बढ़िया लगेगा। It's all been done. Then I got into a group on Treevox where लोकेंद्र ने कहीं पे बताया कि lawn cut consumes a lot of water and creating and maintaining a lawn is anti-environment. मैं environment की बात करता हूँ, मैं खुद मतलब lawn maintain करता हूँ। So the next day again, see how you get influenced. Just लोकेंद्र बलसारिया saying कि this is not the right way. लॉन का क्या जरूरत है? I realize कि मैं लॉन यूज ही नहीं करता क्योंकि hardly I use that place. और I have been maintaining with so much of water. और I studied it में भी इतना सारे पानी निकल जाते हैं, इतनी जगह होते वो जगह पे कुछ उगाओ। और एंड मुझे एक हिम्मत हुआ कि immediately I asked कि पूरा निकाल दो, but it was not easy. ये लॉन निकाल के उसमें और कुछ उगाना टाइम लगा है बिकॉज लॉन जो ग्रास का रूट्स काफ़ी साल तक रहता है। बट लगातार मैंने 3-4 साल काम करके वो पूरा एरिया को कन्वर्ट कर दिया ऐसे किचन गार्डन। और किचन गार्डन में जो सीजन है स्पेशली 2-3 वेजिटेबल तो हम लगाते ही हैं। अभी फ़िलहाल हमारे पास चिंडोड़ा है, तलका है और दूधी है और नीचे टर्मरिक है और कोला का जो मतलब पम्पकिन रनिंग स्टार्ट हो गया है। छोटी सी जगह है एंड आई कीप टेलिंग पीपल कि आज मैंने ऐसा किया। जैसे रिसेंटली हमारा आंवला में इतने सारे आंवला मोर देन 60-70 किलोज फ्रॉम जस्ट वन। हम कंसिडर करेंगे क्या? तो जितने भी आसपास के लोग सबको बुला के दे दिए। सब ने इतने मतलब पूरा सोसाइटी में ऐसा हुआ कि नहीं मधु का पास हो गया ले लो। एंड मोस्ट ऑफ देम मेड समथिंग आउट ऑफ इट और सैंपल हमको खिलाया भी। देखो हमने आंवला का ये आपका आमलेस तुम मैसेज में हो जाती हो, आपका डब्बे भी लगा के आप खा सकते हैं। That's the message I try to keep. You can also do that. And I enjoy so much. I take off time. I know all my plants personally. जितने भी पेड़ पौधे हैं सबका नाम के साथ में जानता हूँ। मैं ऐसा मानता हूँ वो भी उन लोग मुझे भी जानते हैं।
Okay.
Kinda, as a pure disability, but I'd like to spend that much of time with the plants. I must have more than 100 species, including big trees like amla and chiku and I'm living in the middle of the city जहाँ पे स्क्वायर फीट का भाव होता है. But I said, this is what I can. So I keep inviting people, come and see, this is possible. And without any chemical, without any kind of fertilizer, other than the compost I use. Because I'm basically a science person, I know all the plants are there because of NPK, person phosphate और potassium चाहिए सब. उसके अलावा नहीं, वही तो पेड़ के हर पत्ते में वही होता है, वही पत्ते नीचे गिरता है, उसी को रहने दो, बाहर जाने मत. So my house is declared as a zero waste home by Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation. हम लोग कोई मतलब वेस्ट हमारा गैस से जा रहे नहीं है, right? So this is possible with all of us, and that can be a contribution instead of talking a lot about sustainable development goals and climate change. It's what may happen, but what are you doing? So I have an answer. I do this. मैं ये कर, आप भी कर सकते.
वंडरफुल सर. चेंज हमसे शुरू होता है, उसकी एक बहुत बड़ी मिसाल है. आप अपने केरला को गॉड्स कंट्री बोलते हैं, अपने अपने घर में ही होता केरला खड़ा कर दिया.
ऐसे मैंने होता, देखो जो चाइल्डहुड जो है ना, इसलिए हर पेरेंट्स को हर टीचर को ध्यान रखना चाहिए. मेरा खुद का एग्जाम्पल से, वो टाइम जो है वो बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है कि उस टाइम में हम जो भी बोलते हो उसका इतना असर होता है, जो आपका जो एक्सपीरियंस जो मतलब हमेशा के लिए रहता है. तो मुझे भी यही था कि मुझे वो चाइल्डहुड का मेमोरीज, मेरा ग्रीनरी, मेरा टाइज रह गया होगा ना. कोई पूछते तो मुझे आता है कि वाई आई एम डूइंग, क्यों इसमें. तो आप जैसे ढूंढेंगे, हाँ आप में तो केरला में रहा था, केरला से आया था, इसलिए आपको. आई डिडंट नो, बट इट हैपेंड. So it is the organic way of happening something in a child, and luckily I say I'm blessed. I got the best of space to do all that, and I could continue with what I loved. So this is an explanation family. Okay, मुझे भी खुद नहीं मालूम था क्यों मैं कर रहा था, but now आप मुझसे तो लगता है हाँ शायद वो कनेक्शन होगा. मैं ऐसा जगह पे चाइल्डहुड निकाला था, तो उस वजह से मुझे यहाँ पे भी करने का.
Madhuji, as an environmentalist and communicator in the field of environment and sustainability, you have to collaborate with many organizations and institutions. How do you bring that all together on one platter and work for the greater good?
It's not easy because there are organizations with very specific goals and written kind of objectives and all. In our case, अच्छी बात ये हुई कि अनाला was a boardroom organization. जैसे बनाया फिर 5 साल में ऐसा होना चाहिए, साल में. Now it's an absolutely an organic organization wherein there was no planning even for next 5 years, but we could do that. So with that experience, we approached people, and we found that most of these schools appreciate something extracurricular activities that can touch the value of environment. In our favor, things are happening because climate change is actually happening. सच बात कहो कि 25 या 30 साल पहले मेरा टीचर ने बोला था कि by sitting in the mountain in Himalaya, he said, but you all know that there is something called global warming is happening. So obviously, what is it? We said because of this global warming, the glaciers will melt and this will create havoc in the airspace. So curious, I said, कब होगा? maybe 25-30 साल तो लगेगा, लेकिन होगा. So as an ignorant and person, nice boy, I said, अच्छा 25-30 साल के बाद hold it. तब I believe I am experiencing it now. It is happening. My frequent visit to Himalaya and also to Ladakh, it really tells me that yes, it is happening and this is going to be very serious. So with this knowledge, with this experience, we try to collaborate with more organizations. Schools are one of our most important targets group, जहाँ पे हम डायरेक्ट प्रिंसिपल्स या डायरेक्टर से बात करते हैं, बच्चों को इन्वॉल्व करवाने का पूरा कोशिश करते हैं. And there are other organizations. I still continue with my ex-colleagues. The dialogue I continue with my ex-colleagues of WWF, Worldwide Fund for Natural India, to understand what is exactly happening all around. Yes, and there are smaller organizations those are working in only in a specific things. We rope in them saying that okay, join us. No, you can also come out of it. That is another way. We don't create branches. We don't create any kind of franchise. We help others to create their own group and work in the local level. So that model is working very well. So we have got associates in Baroda, Baruch, दाहोद और गुजरात में काफ़ी जगह पे associates हैं. They are called associate, not as our branches. So they have the freedom to get into their local level issues. So we only the full support say that yes, this is the way with our experience. हम हमारे सालों का experience जैसे मैं कहता हूँ आपको हमने जो मुश्किलें लिए जो डिफ़िकल्टी से गुजर वो आपको स्टार्ट करना नहीं पड़ेगा. आप जहाँ से आप पहुँचे वहाँ से आप स्टार्ट कर सकते. That's a concept. This is the concept I'm trying to tell others. मत करो ना, हैंड होल्डिंग करो. जब बोलता कि छोड़ो ने खाना तो छोड़ के चलो.
चिपके हैं मधु जी, आई एम टॉकिंग टू यू और ऐसा हो नहीं सकता कि मैं आपके अवार्ड की बात ना करूं. द अवार्ड ऑफ एम्बेसडर ऑफ पीस. सो दैट्स अ बिग अवार्ड आई वुड से. और हाउ डज दैट इम्पैक्ट योर वर्क and how does that gives you a push in the work that you do to bring about the change in the society, especially when you work with children?
Yes, respect any award, any appreciation is always, it's a good feeling. And I keep telling this to even children and also especially to teachers. Please appreciate. If someone is doing something good, please appreciate. Because if you don't get that appreciation, then you won't be able to. So I consider any kind of award is an appreciation which gives you a kind of तू जो कर रहा है सही कर रहा है और आगे बढ़. So this came as a surprise to me, but the ambassador who came to award it to me, this was awarded in a wonderful place called Center for Environment Education, which is considered to be the center of excellence. Okay, so in there were other people. So I felt yes, अगर मैं इसका लायक हूँ, जैसे मैंने कहा कि लायक होना बहुत ज़रूरी है, तो मुझे लगा कि इन लोगों ने इतना दूर से बाहर से मुझे एक्सेप्ट किया कि व्हाट आई एम डूइंग इज समथिंग व्हाट तो उसको और ढंग से करना चाहिए. Right? So I taken it with all humility, saying that yes. So somewhere I'm a peace-loving person, right? I'm totally against violence. Even by my words, I can't hurt anyone. That's the way I've grown. So yes, my all efforts taking environment as a tool is that there should be peace. That is exactly all of us want. No, कुछ भी करके finally आपको चाहिए क्या? Happens, peace. अभी issue के भी है तो there are so many ways. So I accepted with all humility. Okay, it's a wonderful award. And मैं कोशिश करता हूँ कि मैं इसी का लायक बनते रहूँ कि उसमें deviate ना करूँ. So I keep talking about non-violence even in your words, and also try to tell that yes, there's a possibility that you need not be violent, you need not react in that way. And skip away. आप सबकी मैं सीधा साधा आती हूँ, गुस्सा नहीं होता सा नहीं. But somewhere I try to tell students yes, there's a possibility. And when I read Mahatma Gandhi and others, and it's yes, someone could live like that. So there's a possibility you can also adopt a little bit of it and remain calm. और खास करके बच्चों के साथ काम करके तो you feel that yes, this is possible and you can keep telling them yes, don't worry. So in short, yes, this was a big recognition international level. I don't know किस तरह मिला, but I try to live keeping that in mind. It's a big responsibility. जैसे मैंने बताया आप मुझे बोलोगे कि मधु जी या मधु सर को भी तो तुरंत होगे that puts a kind of responsibility on you. You have to behave like that, right?
True.
So what I'm saying is that I try to. ठीक है, मुझे किसी ने बताया कि आप जो काम कर रहे हैं बहुत बढ़िया है.
So you have seen a change in the relationship between man and environment in these 41 years. It has changed. How do you see the human nature's relationship in next 50 years? What is your prediction or what is your feeling? Will we behave well or will we just create a disaster with the nature?
Very, very, very difficult question to answer, but I find again मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ मैं आशावादी हूँ. क्या मैं optimistic person. I don't see a doomsday. And I don't preach कि ये सब खत्म हो रहा है कि सब गलत चल रहा है. नहीं, I still have a lot of hope in the younger generation because I've been talking to them. I have been trying to influence them in a way where they can change their lifestyles and create an environment-friendly way of living. This has been, I'm trying. I'm very happy that things are happening, right? Because Bharat Abhiyan, जो हम 25 साल से प्रैक्टिस कर रहे थे, बट दैट हैज़ बिकम ए नेशनल प्रोजेक्ट, राइट? जहाँ पे पूरा बाहर नहीं फेंकना चाहिए था, सिर्फ बाहर नहीं डालना चाहिए, इसका सही जगह पे डालना, ये सालों से होना चाहिए था. लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली वी आर टू मेनी, पॉपुलेशन इतना बड़ा है, अपने फैसिलिटी से इतना कम है, हो नहीं पा रहा था. सो दैट्स हैपनिंग, राइट? तो आई सी अ स्टडी एंड ए वेरी पॉजिटिव अवेयरनेस हैपनिंग अमंग न्यू जनरेशन. दे आर मच केयरफुल. जैसे मैं कहता हूँ कि हमारे जनरेशन ने गलतियाँ की हैं, वो इस वजह से पोल्यूशन है, इस वजह से इस तरह का इश्यूज है. लेकिन आजकल के जो बच्चे शायद ज़्यादा जागरूक हैं, लोग आम जानकारी से ज़्यादा जानते हैं. ओनली थिंग वो नॉलेज, दैट माहिती, दैट इंफॉर्मेशन, whether they can convert into their own actions, that's a big cost. अगर if they do that, इनका जो अवेयरनेस जो है, इनका जो नॉलेज जो है, जो भाषा, तो इंफॉर्मेशन का तो कोई कमी नहीं, लेकिन उसको ढंग से यूज़ कर पा रहे, whether they are taking that into their own life and making changes, I think it's also happening. Okay, so next 50 years, if you ignore the knowledge and information you are gaining and do what you would like to do with it, definitely there will be disaster. But I don't want to say that. I say no. Even the artificial intelligence, which is going to make havoc, it may create a different situation. But I see there's a possibility that the same technology can be used for conservation and creating more awareness among the new generation. So it's all in our hand. I don't want to get depressed. I'm very hopeful that you are right. सब कुछ ठीक ही होगा. And our knowledge, our children, our grandchildren definitely will be much better than the sensible and sensitive. Maybe wishful thinking, but I wish to believe in that.
And on this positive note, we are ending this first segment of our conversation. And I'm very excited to move on to our second segment, which is the Rapid Vichar segment. Where I will ask some light-hearted questions and you have to quickly answer those questions. So let's start with the questions. What is that one destination or experience from your travels that you think one must add to their bucket list and why?
From my experience, I say that if you are an Indian, if you have access to the Himalayas, you should go and climb one of the peaks. It may not be the highest or the difficult one. I guess you should be able to. I say you should be able to read the place, something called Brigu Lake, Brigu Sarovar, which is 14,500 feet up in the Himalayas. A lot of people go, locals go, but for people like us, it is the different task. Because to reach there, you have to go through so many valleys up and down, wherein आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि पहाड़ के पीछे क्या है, दूसरा पहाड़ है, एक पहाड़ के बाद दूसरा पहाड़, फिर फाइनली ओके कि नहीं, जो हम बोले वो जो दिख रहा है वहाँ पे पहुँचना है, लेकिन वहाँ पर पहुँचने के फिर से उतरना पड़ रहा है, नो. Then finally when you reach there, you realize, okay, yeah, this is a lot of going up and down to reach the peak. Now if you interpret it, and it's a uphills, you all go through ups and downs, and accepting is more important. And once you reach at that height and looking around, the vastness of it, that's influenced me finally. I realized, oh my God, कौन है मिला, कोई वहाँ तक पहुँच पाया और वापस नीचे तक पहुँचना. This gives a lot of different dimensions. It's not just पहाड़ चढ़ के उतर आनी. So I suggest, yes, please go to such places.
If the environment could speak to Mary, what do you think it would say to us right now? And how do you think most people would respond?
I'd say the environment will definitely shout at you and to please don't mess with me. Otherwise, I'll react. And that can be very, very bad for you, which has been already been experienced in Uttarakhand. The latest thing happened in Wayanad. It is all messing up with me, the environment says. So please, don't do that. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. मेरा जो ताकत है आप समझते नहीं है. अगर एक बात हद हो गई तो आप नहीं रहोगे. खबरदार.
If you had to describe your personal connection to nature in just one sentence, what it would be?
I read somewhere, I don't know what said, okay. I believe in God, but I spell it N-A-T-U-R-E, nature.
How?
Hey, I read somewhere, I can't recollect the order.
Okay, lovely. If nature had a personality, how would you describe it?
All encompassing, omnipresent, and with tremendous power, right? Which is spiritually also Shiva and Shakti.
You travel a lot, you go on hiking, and also especially with children. Did you ever experience an awkward moment during one of your travels, and how did you come out of it?
As a person frequently going to the mountains and all places, yes, a lot of experiences, especially when you are taking a group of children to a village. No? My idea is that the urban children should get exposed to a village atmosphere, and when they move around, they make such noises and outcome. The villagers find that कि क्यों आप इधर क्यों लेकर आए इन लोग को. तो मैं तो नहीं, इनको पता चलना चाहिए. नहीं, इसको क्यों पता चलना चाहिए. यहाँ पे देखो काउडंग है, ये नहीं हो. इनको बच्चों को पाप में लगता है, पछा नहीं लगता. आपको नहीं लेकर आना चाहिए यहाँ पे. ये सब तो मतलब शहर के बच्चे हैं, शहरों में रहते हैं. तो आप तब मुझे शायद 2-3 जगह पे एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ा है कि ये ज़रूरी है कि इनको भी पता चलना चाहिए. आप जैसे लोग गांव में कैसे रहते हैं, आप खेतों में कैसे काम करते हैं. इन लोग सिर्फ आप जो बनाते हो खाते हैं, दे डोंट नो व्हाट इज इट. तो मुझे एक्सपेक्ट करना पड़ा कि there's a purpose behind it. These children should understand who is a farmer, you know, and आपको खाना कहाँ से आता है. सब कन्विंस होता है. कभी उनको खराब लग रहा था कि हमारे गांव में क्यों लेकर आते हैं आप ऐसे बीच. Wow, talking about it.
Madhuji, when we travel, we learn a lot of things. When we travel young, when we travel grown up, always there is a learn associated there. Had you also encountered such a situation or an event where you were made to think and reflect on your belief system about nature?
Yeah, but you asked this, the very first thing coming to my mind is the first experience I had in the Himalaya. You know, again, I was hardly 21 something. I went to the Himalayan training program where my trainer was Kenneth Premchand, who used to train people for the Everest. Okay, I never thought of climbing the Everest, but this training program I attended, and I was almost on the verge of finishing the course. And while the conclusion session, Colonel Premchand asked the boys and girls sitting there, okay, now since your course is over, you are now ready to climb. How many of you are actually ready to climb the mountain up there? As an ignorant boy, I said yes, am. And to my disappointment, he said, "तू नहीं जाएगा, तुम लायक नहीं है mountain चढ़ने." It was a kind of a talk for me. I said, oh, I was doing very well. I said, sir, sorry, what is wrong? आपने ऐसा क्यों बोला? बोला कि तुम्हारा attitude, you are ignorant, you don't know anything about the mountains. I said sorry because it was happening in front of another 20 plus youngsters and I felt really bad. ऐसा कैसे बोल दिया? मैंने पूछा सर बोलो क्यों? तब उन्होंने ये बताया कि हाँ मैं तैयार हूँ पूछने से पहले. माउंटेन तैयार है तुझे चढ़ने देने के लिए. तो लेकिन माउंटेन से पूछा, तूने पहाड़ से पूछा तो मैं चढ़ूँ? ऐसे इन फॉर व्हाट नॉनसेंस. मतलब थोड़ी पहाड़ को थोड़ी पूछते नहीं चढ़ने से पहले. Oh, that was on my pace कि no क्या what nonsense कहते. But I didn't express that. I didn't say anything. I said okay. And later on, he didn't allow me to go in the first batch. Of course, the second batch I did without accepting that mountain is a life thing. But he took me aside and said, बेटा खराब मत लगा, मैं तो पहाड़ी हूँ, मुझे पता है कि ऐसे चढ़ने नहीं मिलता है. तुमको अंदर से होना चाहिए कि मैं चढ़ूँ के नीचे. ठीक है, अगर तू छोटा है तो समझेगा नहीं. But believe me, maybe within 2 years I realized what was the meaning of telling that. It is not you. it is not just your ego that allow you to climb. There's something else. Though I'm not a typical believer, I don't have any religious practices, but I learned that there's a specialty in that. Everything is alive. Okay, so even if you're climbing a mountain, you should think, let me बोलना बहुत जरूरी है, काश मुझे करने मिले. So that is it. Yes, that's the humbleness I learned from big mountains and the modern people, you know. So I still keep telling people that yes, this is one experience when I'm swim, and at this age also I think yes, yeah, बात तो सही है, तू तो कोई नहीं, right? अगर तुमने mountain चढ़ा है, तुम इतने सब ऊपर गए कि it's not just you, right? So that humbleness definitely brought into me because of the mountains and also the vastness of the sea. I traveled through sea for a long time, so I think yes, the vastness and the enormous height of natural things made you feel that you are nobody.
Yeah, we are over.
Yeah. So that's one thing I learned from my travels. Be humble. Yeah.
So do you like music?
I do it. I listen to music, yes. And when I say that, it's not just classical. I also find music in a flowing river. I sit close to the bamboo forest and bamboos, and this create a different kind of vibration. That's again a kind of feeling. There's music everywhere, and music is delight. Music is much beyond the instruments, right? And when you listen to the music, you should be part of the music. आप म्यूजिक के साथ को और म्यूजिक और आप अलग न हो, और ये feeling में is a kind of meditation happening. So I spend a lot of time on the flowing rivers. And I listen to music whenever I get that. Two hobbies, I read and I listen to music. These are the two things. Plus point वही है कि आपको कोई साथ में होना जरूरी नहीं. आप अकेला भी रह सकते हैं. You can read, you can also listen. And most of the time I spend my time in the isolation. So these two things are very much part of. I carry my music as well as my books.
So sir, which is the book that you are reading recently?
Sometimes I read a lot of books there. The most interesting book I just kept aside this. I'll tell you, this is something very interesting. Want to read? This is the one I'm going to. I'll read it. This almost finishing is called In Love with the World. It is by a monk's journey through the bardos of living and dying. Yongey Mingyur Rinpoche is a living God for those who believe in Tibetan Buddhism. He's the one he is considered to be a living God for them. But one day he decided to leave his monastery and travel a lot. Yeah. So it is wonderful. So it says that in love with the world. And I'll write to you. So it's very interesting. Yeah.
Thank you, Vaduji. That was a wonderful second. Now we move on to our last segment, which is called the Chat Chits. In which we have prepared a set of questions and we ask our guests questions from one of the chits. So since you're doing this online, you could probably choose the color and I'll pick it up for you.
I prefer the yellow. This is this
From our conversation, it felt like that your journey is a very conscious journey, life journey, I mean. But despite that, because the question is here in front of me, if you could change one thing about your life, the way it has happened, what it would be and why?
See, frankly, I never planned anything. Okay, it's just happened. And I'm so happy with whatever happened with me. I was never ambitious, right? I could have been like working with government officials and kind of thing. But I took my own way. Yes, as per my family background, I could have been a senior government officer somewhere. And by the time retired, and I must be calculating what is left with the PF account and what is the gratuity to claim from the government. But I quit when I was 21, I decided what is enough in materialistic. And thank God I got much more than what I asked for. That's my feeling. Okay. So no regrets. And yes, if I get another chance, I may be little more conscious to plan. अभी मैंने plan किया भी नहीं, मतलब पूरा life ऐसे चला है. Including my partner, like no, it's just happened. We were childhood friends. and I was 14 and she was just 10. We met somewhere and we are still together.
How lovely. And she's with you in all this is also incredible.
No, but it's interesting point. We never thought we could have, but we decided not to interfere with her. She's a social scientist and came into this environment. We meet whenever possible, but we never. This is what I try to practice. There's a book called Prophet, Khalil Gibran, if you use definitions for every lesson. So he clearly said that if you are husband and wife, please have inner space between so that both of you can grow like trees. As two big trees always keep a distance, right?
How lovely.
Yes, we never bothered about but we do support each other. Yes, she has her own way. She's a social scientist doing research, and sometimes we sit together, and if we whenever time we discuss one to one. Yeah, we are too strong in it.
How lovely. That's rare to find, and I wish that it always remains. Okay. Thank you, Madhuji. It was a lovely conversation with you. Once again, thank you so much for accepting the invite and for coming on our podcast. Thank you so much.
Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, HR Vibes.